Hi, and welcome back to the Seek Help podcast. My name is Kate. I'm your host. Normally, it is me and Izzy. Normally, this is like episode three. Um, yeah, usually my lovely best friend Izzy joins me, but it is my podcast, so I fear I have to get used to being on camera alone eventually. So today is that day. We're also going to be painting my nails today while I talk. Part of the reason for this is that I think without having someone to like banter with it's gonna be really hard for me to not just, like, stare at the cam or, like, the screen where I can see myself the whole time and get really weirdly zoned out. Another reason I'm doing this is because when I was first talking about the idea of starting my own podcast, one of my lovely best friends, Kendall, she lives in San Diego now, and she was telling me that she would love to listen to the podcast if I made one because it would feel like being at girls' night again. Um, just to like listen to me or my friends yap. So we're doing our nails. This one's for you, Kenny. This is girls' night. Um, let's see if it works. Oh, great start. This nail polish is so runny. That's okay. I'm just gonna start by talking about my week and what I've been up to. I also have my trusty dusty notebook over here that has my little ideas of what to talk about if I run out of things. Oh my god, also for the visuals, look at this handless mic. Aren't I so fancy? For the visuals in general, it's looking a lot different this week. I turned it around because I'm actually filming the daytime instead of 11 p.m. And the lighting from my two big windows that I have over there is making for some amazing lighting. So, welcome to the other side of my living room. You don't get to see it very often. You usually just see the couch. Okay. What have I been up to this week? As always, working and school. Um, I got to go to a this really cool thing called the Winter Symposium with my work this week, which is just like a big conference for like once a year that they have for the substance use and mental health field. And yeah, just a bunch of facilities and like researchers and speakers and everyone comes together and talks about new things in the field. So it was my first one that I've ever gotten to go to, and I felt so adult. I felt so fancy. Um, I don't know if I should have been there. I don't know. It very much imposter syndrome, but it was really cool. I got to go to a couple presentations on youth treatment in the mental health field and like the substance use field, which since I've switched jobs, I don't really get to work with youth anymore now, which is my passion. So it was really cool to be able to like hear about that and hear what the new research is and what's going on and hear from a couple of different facilities that do work exclusively with youth. That was awesome. Um, Also going into that, maybe I can talk about what I actually want this podcast to be. So far, it's really just been me and Izzy yapping to our heart's content as we usually do. And that is part of what birthed the podcast is that her and I would just like sit on our kitchen floor and do that. And we said, God, someone give us mics immediately. But also for me, I really like talking about mental health. And I'm in grad school right now to become a counselor. Because I'm really passionate about just like conversation and connection. But the one thing about being a counselor is that the connection is kind of one-sided. There's layers to it, right? There's always connection between someone and their therapist, but not 100% back and forth connection. So I think this is my outlet for like sometimes I just want to talk to people about real life and have that two-way connection and be able to yap and be funny, but also talk about mental health and what that looks like for everyone. And especially for people who work in the field, I think in the next, hopefully, someday soon, I'll have some of my coworkers come on and just talk about their experience with their mental health and working in the mental health field. I think that's super interesting. Um, for example, I personally am accidentally ghosting my therapist right now. Like, therapists, counselors, they're people too. We are people too, even though I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way. Um, yeah, I'm accidentally ghosting my therapist right now. Not because I don't believe in therapy. Obviously, I do, or we wouldn't be here. Mainly just because I don't have the time. Like, I changed my schedule. We went on, like, a break. It sounds like a breakup. We went on a break over the holidays, obviously, because it's the holidays, and I'm on maintenance appointments, so I only see her, like, once a month anyways. But then around the holidays, I also switched my schedule for school and work, and now my only day of the week that I have off is the same day of the week that she has off. So I'm trying to find, like, some other day or time that would work. It's not going well. And on top of that, I'm in school, and on top of that, I work, and on top of that, I've decided to do this. So I never have any time to respond to text messages, including my therapist. Hopefully, having said this out loud will give me the courage to text her back after this because the embarrassment of her, like, seeing a video or a TikTok or something of me talking about ghosting her might make me end it all. Okay, talking and doing my nails is actually so much harder than I thought it would be. I'm really struggling here. Or at least talking to a camera and doing my nails. What else has been going on with me this week? I'm training so many new people at work. We hired so many people. Um, which is great and it's so fun and I love them so much. But my social battery is drained to the max. Like, not only is teaching people how to do things already like a lot of work, but also new people that I have to like I feel the need to banter and like have fun and be like, "Look, I'm so cool." So my social battery is gone. And on top of that, I really like to like have fun and socialize with people at school. Like I've been really into that this semester. It's just like getting to know new people and moving around the class and making new besties. So my social battery is absolutely fucking dead. I end up when I wanna recharge it. What I did with my last day off on Sunday was I read an entire book from start to finish, like 80,000 words, which I think I Googled it because I was curious. It's the same length or like a little bit longer than the first Harry Potter book. So at like 9 AM, I just fucking found this book and then read it the entire day until 11:30 at night is when I finally finished it. So, honestly, it helped. My social battery was ready to go again to train on Monday the following day, so maybe that's what I'll do when I get home tonight from class. That also, though, made me realize I'm supposed to be doing a book club with the girls. Um, again, shouldn't be saying this on the Kenny episode because she started this book probably I think she finished it a month ago. We we did agree that we would have it done by, like, mid-February, so I'm still plenty on track. It's only the end of January right now. That being said, everyone else has finished it, except for Zoe, I think. I don't know if she has, but other than that, everybody else has finished it. We're behind. I'm just not much of a reader usually. It honestly was very shocking that I read that one book in a day because I usually hate reading, but I don't know, I fucked it up. I just woke up in the morning and I was like, "I wanna read a little something," and then I could not stop. Especially oh my god, guys, this is a hack, okay? I again, not much of a reader, right? And I think it's the ADHD of it all. I can't focus for long. Um, but I fucking hacked it. I hacked my brain so hard. And maybe this is kind of cringy and embarrassing that I like have to do this in order to be able to read for long periods of time. But seriously, I think it's a great idea. I have been reading on my phone. Like, a Kindle doesn't do it for me. I've tried it on, like, tablets and things before, it's not the same, but literally the act of, like, scrolling with your thumb the same way that you would on Instagram or TikTok, like, has melded a connection in my psyche of like, "Oh, no, I'm just doom scrolling like I always do, and that I can, like, attention span for a million years." And so something about the mind muscle connection of my thumb scrolling on my phone, but this time I'm reading, I can read for literally a whole day. It's amazing. Highly recommend. Um, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, so this is what happens when I'm alone, guys. I can't focus on one thing for long at all. Um, I read the entire book and then I felt guilty because I was like, I just read a whole book in a day and I've been putting off our book club book for a month now. So on my way to the symposium, which was like 2 hours away, long drive there and back, by the way, that kind of sucked. Um, But I put on the audiobook of the book we're reading. It's called Never Lie. Highly recommend. It's the same woman who made The Silent Nurse, I think is what it's called, or wrote The Silent Nurse, which I've heard great things about. So maybe I'll listen to that next. But it's great, guys. Never lie. I won't say anything else, but it's really good. And audiobooks are apparently a hack too. I can't really listen to them while I'm like diddle daddling around the house, like doing chores and like cooking and stuff, because I don't know, I get bored quickly. But when I'm driving, something about that's the time to do it. So I've been listening to that on my way to and from work, and it's been really good. Um, let's see. What else have I been up to lately? This is gonna piss people off. It's not gonna piss people off. It's gonna piss my friends off who are sick of hearing about it. But guys, we're so close to the Formula One season coming back. We're on day 4 of Barcelona testing, and I can't get enough. Okay. RIP Williams. Hopefully they'll be back soon. It's sounding like they finally passed their crash tests, so I'm ecstatic about that. But the new McLaren livery, are you kidding me? Obviously, it's just their shakedown livery, but I fucking hope it comes back. I'm obsessed with it. Goth McLaren is everything I've ever wanted and more. Okay. It's seriously insane. I'm just realizing I only half painted this hand because I got overwhelmed. That's it. Mercedes is cooking. And do you know what that means, guys? 2016 is seriously back, especially in the Formula One world. And especially for me as a Mercedes fan, because not only did they bring back the silver on the livery, okay? By the way, the half black, half silver livery, fucking fire. If you disagree, you're wrong. Fight with the wall. I don't care. Um, so not only that, but they're seemingly really good. Okay. The shakedown tests have been going very well. Ecstatic about that. And do you know what that means? A half silver Mercedes car doing really well in the year 2026. It's 2016 again. We're getting George World Driver Champion. I want a Mercedes Diva as a World Driver Champion. I miss you. Rest in peace, Nico Rosberg. But it's George's time. 2016, 2026. Like, we're so back, you guys. And every time I bring this up to Tim, he just about breaks up with me because he is a George Russell hater till the day he dies. I think half the reason he claims to be a George Russell hater is just to rage bait me. But also, I'm pretty sure he hated him when I started watching. Him introduced me to Formula One. Um, and I do vaguely remember him being like, "Are you kidding me? You actually like think he's funny?" And I do. I think he's a hilarious little diva, okay? I love that he rage baits other people too. That's half the reason I like him. He reminds me so much of Tim. They're the same person. Tall, rage bait diva, like I love him. But anyways, Tim is pissed about the idea of 2016 to 2026 diva Mercedes World Driver Champion. I'm ecstatic about it. So hopefully testing continues to go well. I'm excited to find out. Something I'm definitely looking forward to also, other than just the Formula One season, Noah Kahan's new album coming out. Oh my God. First of all, The Great Divide, that fucking song, even just the tidbits and clips of it that we've heard over the past however long that it's been being teased and clips have been out on YouTube. I literally go back and I listen to the YouTube clip like it's Spotify. Like, it's so good. So I'm ecstatic. That's out in, oh my God, it's out tomorrow. Guys, I'm gonna freak. Okay, I'm gonna freak. Um, ecstatic for that. Ecstatic for the whole album. He just said in that clip that he posted that it's like it's about healing, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, getting ready for Sad Girl Summer" because Noah's about to post. But I think it's gonna be like bittersweet happy girl summer. Like, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be, yeah, I used to be really sad, but everything's cool now. And for us, girlies in our healing era, I'm ecstatic. I think it's gonna be so sick. Um, I cannot wait for it to come out. But also, I feel like Noah has a way of making everything sad, so it could very well still be sad girl summer. We'll see. Maybe both. It's probably half and half. That's very Noah of him. Speaking of Formula One, even though this isn't Formula One related, actually, but my obsession and my combined obsession of like Tim's obsession with Formula One led to a little event that I took him to. For his birthday recently, I took him go-karting. I thought it would be very fun. I've never been, he's been, but not since he was, like, really young. So we went go-karting, and it did not go as planned. I thought I was gonna do great. Maybe this is naive of me, but I was like, "I understand a racing line. I understand, like, just certain aspects of this." I thought I was gonna do great. I thought and even if I didn't, like, whatever, I get to drive around fast in a little go-kart inside, like, that's just fun. I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna do great. The first we did, like, 3 rounds. The first round actually was pretty great. I was a little shocked by how fast they go, honestly. I thought it was gonna be, like, I don't know, just not that fast. Like, I thought it would be a little more, like, kid-oriented maybe or, like, kid-friendly, but, like, still semi-fast. No, that shit goes fast as fuck, okay? It was kinda terrifying. Like, I completely understand the whole neck strength thing. My head hurt so bad after, like, specifically my neck muscles. It was crazy. My neck was killing me after that goes so quick. Second of all, I do get motion sickness. I am highly aware of that. I take Dramamine before I go to amusement parks and before I get on planes and long bus rides, things like that. I didn't think, for whatever reason, maybe I just wasn't thinking. I'll stop there. Full stop. I didn't think. I did not think that, this small little track, even though it is going around in circles at high speeds, was going to be like that nausea inducing. But I'll tell you what, by the like first or couple laps of round two, I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm getting a little nauseous here. I was getting real nauseous. And it was fine. Like, I was breathing through my nose, and I was like, okay, once I finish this round, like, I'll just get up, get some water. We'll have a break in between this and our third round, and it'll be all good, right? And then we get out of the cart after the second round, and he's like, oh, you're just going to go straight into your third one. The reason for this is that it just so happened that we came on league night. First of all, go karting league, that's sick as fuck. And it's like a bunch of adults who you can tell are into this shit. Like, they are into it. They're good at it. So a bunch of people had started kind of gathering around, just like watching in order to wait for league night to start. And I was like, oh, okay, like we'll jump right in. That way, like once our race is finished, they'll probably start leagues. I did not get my water sip. I did not get my break. And I was still feeling quite nauseous. Also, the helmets are heavy. I don't know if anyone else knew this, but the helmets are heavy. Okay. They're really heavy. We start the third round, and also it's so hot in there. You're so close to the engine of that little cart. It's so hot. And I'm wearing a long sleeve because it was freezing outside that day, but it's so hot inside. And the engines are hot and oh my God, warm, right? So we start the first couple laps of the third round and I'm dying. The nausea is starting to hit so hard. The heat is starting to hit so hard. I can feel my face dripping sweat inside of the helmet and like I'm I'm not doing well, right? Already I'm not doing well, but I'm like I can make it through. I can make it through. I can do this. And then this kid had been, like, put into our last race. He was probably, like, 11 or 12. Seemed like a sweetheart. This is not his fault. But he was just doing his best, and he was behind me. And he accidentally ran into the back of me and, like, absolutely span me out so badly. So I'm already fighting the most violent nausea. I am dying of heat. And I just get like rammed. My cart gets fucking rammed. I get span out. I'm like, oh, this is not gonna end well. And I have to like, I try to make it the rest of the way, but I know we still have so many laps to go. I pull up to where the marshal is. I stop my cart and I just like he has to stop the whole race, and I literally, like, crawl out. He has to, like, help me out. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm gonna throw up." It was so bad. I was deathly pale. Like, I could see it on my hands, but he told me, he was like, "Are you usually like this pale?" And I was like, "No." Well, maybe. I don't know. The camera that I'm looking at right now begs to differ. I am always very pale, but apparently it was worse. here's the thing. What do you mean I can't last through a couple of rounds of go-karts? Like, I've never felt so bitchy in that moment. Like, what are you talking about? That's embarrassing. And on top of that, guys, my Formula One career is over. I'm never gonna make it to the big leagues. Unless maybe I take a Dramamine. I don't know. Maybe I'll try again. Maybe I'll take a Dramamine. In the end of it all, they had to get me like an ice pack to put on my neck. They took my card out and like started the race again. So everyone else got to finish. Sorry about the lap times that came out of that because my stop slowed them down. But yeah, it was really embarrassing that I couldn't even make it through fucking go-karting. 3 rounds. Come on. So I don't know. You won't be seeing me there. Or at least you won't be seeing me on track. Maybe in the stands because I'm determined to go to a race this year, okay? I Here's the thing. Originally, my plan is Vegas, right? My dad lives in Vegas. So I'm like, it would save money because we won't need a hotel. We can just stay at his house. But he doesn't live like that close to the strip. They're probably like 20 minutes away. Okay, that's fine. But it's going to be a pain in the ass to get there and back no matter what, obviously, because the streets are going to be shut down. And then also, Vegas is the most expensive ticket, I'm pretty sure, on the Formula One calendar. So is it financially responsible? Because then we're like, okay, well, what if instead we find a hotel on the strip that has a good view, and then we don't need to buy tickets? But then that hotel is also still going to be ridiculously expensive because it's Formula One weekend in Vegas. So we're still debating. But Coda, Izzy has a sister who lives in Austin. Izzy's lovely sister. Shout out. I heard she might listen to these. I don't know. But if she does, Queen, I love you. Um, but Coda, I could see if she wants to hang out. We could, and also I feel like, okay, maybe this is naive of me. I know nothing about traveling in Texas. Um, I feel like the hotels there would be way less expensive. So that could be cool. And it's not a street race, which like I have feelings about street races. They kind of scare me. I don't know. Debating, but hopefully somebody will see me in the grandstands at a Formula One race this year. That's the goal. If not, I'll just cry. It's on my vision board, and every year, everything on my vision board comes true. So it's gonna happen. I just don't know where. And that is fact, by the way. Everything every year on my vision board becomes true. I'll tell you what, this is a hack as well. Okay, I don't have any. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see that, but my phone screen is a Pinterest vision board that I made. Get the app Shuffles, guys. This is not an ad because I'm not fancy enough at all for that. This is only episode 3, and we don't have any viewers. But Shuffles is like a Pinterest made app that you can clip like different pins that you have. So you can make a whole vision board like on Pinterest and then go into Shuffles and make it all together into one photo. And then I set that as my screensaver. And then I look at my vision board every single day. It's the best. And I think that's why I've been doing that this is my 3rd year. And the last 2 years, everything on my vision board has come true. So could be a manifestation hack, folks. Highly recommend. Speaking of ghosting my therapist as someone who is in grad school to become a therapist. My question of the week, which it's just me, and I haven't actually thought of my answer this yet, so maybe I should have done that ahead of time. But my question of the week is what famous person would you want to be your therapist? So you have to trust this person wholeheartedly with all of the information to give you or to give them, right? Like absolutely everything about yourself. And on top of that, you have to think that they will also give good advice in a counseling sense, right? Not just like telling you what to do, but like guiding you. So who would that be? Okay, I'm just going to talk through my thought process. My first one that I'm thinking of, and maybe this is purely just because I like saw a video of her recently, I don't know, but Elle Fanning just has the like face of like pure unadulterated calm that I think I would want from a therapist. Also, all of this to say, I love my therapist. She's the best. I'm not ghosting her on purpose, and I don't wanna replace her with Elle Fanning. But if I had to pick a famous person, Elle Fanning has the most calming voice and face that I can, like, even imagine right now. Like, just the thought of telling her my deepest, darkest secrets, I'm like, she could be trusted with that information, and she would be such a chill, calming presence if I was in crisis. So she might be in the top. I think if I wanted to go more like I love a therapist that will meet you where you're at of like, if I'm in a crazy mood, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, bitch, what the fuck?" Which some therapists are like that. Okay, you guys, you can find the one that's right for you if you just look. Um, if I'm going on that vibe, I think I would pick like I'm thinking like Jason Segel. Like I feel like he would totally like, "Oh my god." And then he said that? Are you joking? Like Jason Segel would match me where I am. And he also just seems like a really chill person to like tell things to and be able to trust them about it. Who's someone that I wouldn't want to be my therapist? Who can't be trusted? DJ Khaled. Right off the bat, that's the first thing I'm thinking of. DJ Khaled would he would gaslight the fuck out of me. He would be like, "I don't know. I think that person was right. I think that person was right." And also, he just seems like he would go on his phone. He's, like, taking notes, but then he's like, "Yeah." DJ Khaled is at the bottom of my list. Also, is it Khaled or Khaled? Khaled. I feel like it's Khalid because there's an H in there. Hmm, I don't know. Also though, you can like, seriously, you can find someone who can meet you where you are. This is gonna be a PSA now. After I just talked about ghosting my therapist, I'm gonna talk about why everybody should be in therapy. If you've had a traumatic therapy experience, understandable. I think a lot of people have, okay? Some people are not A, not meant to be therapists. B, some people just don't mesh together, and that's okay. Like, there's plenty of people in this world that, like, you're not gonna be friends with, but you could be acquaintances with, and some therapists are like that too. They're not meant to be your therapist. It's okay. That's fine. Doesn't mean they're a bad therapist. They're just not meant to be yours. So, therapy is like dating, which is unfortunate because you really would just wanna, like, meet the one. I was lucky enough that I've done that. I've been with the same therapist for, like, 5 or 6 years now, I think. How old am I? Yeah, almost 7 maybe. That's crazy. But they offer consultation calls, okay? So first of all, you're gonna get on a phone with them for like 20 minutes, and they're just gonna talk about what they're about and what you need. And sometimes those calls just like don't feel like a match. You don't have to follow up after that. It's okay. That's the whole point of the call. So do therapist dating. Do speed dating with therapists. Get like 4 or 5 phone calls scheduled in 1 week. See which one you mesh with the best. Do that one. I think a lot of people don't do therapy because they're like, had a bad experience with someone they didn't mesh with, or just like don't want to go to a whole session just to find out that they don't mesh with that person, or like, divulge all of their important mental health information and secrets to someone and then find out that they don't mesh well with that person. You don't have to do those things. I promise. Therapy is meant to be intuitive and make you comfortable. Those intake calls are the best. Speed date your therapists, guys. It's awesome. And there's someone out there for you who will sit down with you and be like, "That bitch, I can't believe she said that." I promise you there is. Let's see. I think I've been at it for a vaguely while, maybe like 30 minutes. My nails are painted. They're not great. I wonder how close. Speaking of my bad nails, I'm working on you can tell they're really nubby, which is not something that's normal for me. I usually love a big long acrylic, but I absolutely destroyed my nails after having acrylics for the last year and a half. Like I never give them breaks. They're just trashed. So I'm on a long break right now. My nails are taking a tea break, if you will. Um, just to get them more grown out and healthy again, and then maybe I'll go back. If they're all grown out and healthy and I can manage to not bite them in the next couple like months and I get really good at that, maybe I won't go back to acrylics. But to be honest, my nail biting obsession is probably not conducive. What's it? Conducive. My nail biting obsession is not conducive with that. So we'll see. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me while I paint my nails and film my first episode by myself. Please comment below or wherever you are seeing this. Who would you want to be your celebrity therapist? Okay. Oh, I actually just messed with my glasses and I really hope I didn't get nail polish on them. It doesn't look like my nails messed up, so I'm going to assume that I didn't, but that was terrifying. Yeah, thank you guys for watching my first episode by myself. This was a Seek Help podcast. My name is Kate, and I will see you next time.